All right, welcome, Spoiler Kings. My name is St. Kramer with Brian the Grizzly, and we are going to talk about House of the Dragon, the newest episode, episode 8. What you think?
9. This is episode 9.
No, 9. Yeah, sorry.
Yes. I wish it was episode 8. You know what? So this was kind of crazy. So I was watching it, and I mean, it's okay. I'm enjoying it a little bit, but it was just so much Hightower and so much crap going on in the castle, and just they were just such douchebags, and it was hard for me to enjoy the episode because I just hate all of them.
Yeah. It's the same thing. I mean, about halfway through, I was literally like, "F this show." I'm like, it's annoying. It's annoying. I'm like, are you that stupid? Like, is Allison like Allison? Are you
All the
that
time.
stupid? You know, or like all this other stuff, and
It's
I mean,
just
like it's
incredible that they cannot understand that his name is Aegon, and then the guy two kings ago, the king was the Aegon, and he didn't understand the song. That they have no idea. They have no idea of the history.
Yeah.
Aemon is the one who's the historian. He's the one kid that actually pays attention. He didn't think that maybe what she's saying doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like no one can put two and two together, but they can scheme and they can kill people, and they love burning people alive in their house.
But that's the thing too. It's like at first you got mad because she's like, "Oh, he said he wanted Aegon to be king." No, he didn't. When? Like, so there's that whole part. But then she, tells the High Council or the council or whatever, and they're like, "Oh, cool, you're giving us a reason." I was like they didn't care. They're like, "We don't care. Like, he's going to be king either way."
We've been planning this for years.
Yeah. But then she just keeps on with this stupid, like, that's what he wanted with his dying breath. No, because you
didn't think if man, he's missing a cheek, he has no eyeball, and you don't think he's a little bit out of his mind, he don't know what the hell he's talking. He just said at the dinner that Rhaenyra is going to be queen. That's what he just said.
Like an hour ago, or less than an hour ago, whatever.
And 10 minutes before he dies, he gets a little confused. He thought he's still talking to Rhaenyra about the song, about the story of Ice and Dragon, Ice and Fire, whatever. And he gets confused, and she can't understand that he doesn't even know who he's talking to.
Yeah,
like whatever. I mean, Allison's she's been pissing me off for a while now.
Money, luck, health, and envy. Yeah, that's Game of Thrones. And it like really aggravated my girlfriend because we were kind of like eating dinner, and she finished early and grabbed the baby and said, I'm gonna go read him a story. He goes, fuck this show. Because she's like, and it's true, it's like we've seen this before, and it's so annoying. It's just, I was like, it's Game of Thrones but not done well. That for me, that's my thing. It's like,
no, I think this entire, honestly, I like House of the Dragon more than I like Game of Thrones. I just hated.
No way.
I hated this episode. Oh yeah, I liked it a lot more. I just hated this episode. I love Daemon is my favorite character I've had out any of the ones. I love Rhaenyra more than I like any other ones up too. So like, I don't.
She's a dumbass too.
I don't mind them. No, I think who's smart.
Danny. I think in the first one, Danny. I mean, I think you had better characters. I think.
I think it was more confusing. It was just twins. It was too many. Characters, and this side is really only two.
But they all have the same freaking name. Which, I mean, that's the point. Is like they all have the same name. That's kind of similar because Rhaenyra and her aunt very similar names. Rhaenyra named her youngest son after her dad, so now you got two Rhaenyras, all these Aegons flying around, another Joffrey. I was like, what the fuck? And and then it's part of the plot that they confuse the names of the different Targaryens because they're both named Aegon. It's so frustrating. I was like,
but that's real. Man. It's very realistic because that's exactly how it was.
I know it's stupid,
but it's exactly how it was. How many Queen Elizabeths are there?
Yeah, that's the whole world. I mean,
Prince Charles and King Charles and all that. That's what it is. That's literally what they do.
Oh, the color green, which is what Hightower color is, which
for
is,
war.
Money like health war. Yeah. Anyway, there's no way. There's besides Daemon, there's no other there's no other character that I care for more than all the characters in Game of Thrones, at least in the beginning.
Game of Thrones for the last 2 seasons was stupid, so I don't care.
No, last 2 seasons, but then that makes this all stupid too.
I know, it was
It's
just
like, I know how it's gonna end.
The problem was there was too many characters. If that's the case, then going by what you're saying, Star Wars is stupid. Anything prequel is stupid.
Yeah,
you know how it's not really.
The prequel, episode 1, 2, and 3. You're telling me those are good?
Oh, no. Let's get into. So, what about now? Yeah. Oh, yeah. So those are prequels too, and we know where it's going to end. Is it stupid, or is it good to get the story?
They're different stories. Because now it's Mandalorian story. It's not the Skywalker story. This is all Targaryens. You know, but it's also, it's like Alicent's the reason why Game of Thrones was annoying, and it's like because she destroyed that the story being passed on, the Song of Fire and Ice, because it went from Daenerys to Rhaenyra, but now, you know, now this whole thing is happening, and now like the protection is gone.
Team Black House Dragon is good.
Yeah. I like the show. Don't get me wrong. I like the show. It is super, super annoying, and to me, it's not as good as Game of Thrones.
I like
Jaime. All of them in the first one were way better than 9 out of 10 characters in this one. Daenerys was awesome, but Daenerys was also a dumbass. Rhaenyra was a dumbass. I was like,
but Viserys was it was probably the best acting in the entire entity that has ever been done. Like, he's done the best job. So like, he said, if it's so annoying, why watch?
Because
he's a big Game of Thrones person. So like, I thought Game of Thrones was good. I thought it, but you know, a lot of it was too much. I always felt like it was too much. Too many characters, too many plot lines, too many storylines that they always have to wrap up. I actually appreciate that there's really only one storyline, one main plot that's going by. Yeah. Hopefully Viserys comes back.
Yeah, we're not even getting that shit. We didn't get that. We didn't get the dead coming back, you know, because in the book, the mom, Ned Stark's the wife, she comes back. You know, she's like a water zombie kind of thing, you know? It was like, I want more magic. It's like, so yeah, I am annoyed, but I still enjoy the show. I enjoy the show. It is fun. But it is annoying because it's politics, which is something you're gonna get mad at. You're gonna get mad because it's people backstabbing and being political and stuff. So
I just honestly, the whole show I would like so much more if I didn't have Alicent. I hate Alicent. She literally is the one reason like I hate watching sometimes. And this whole episode was just about her and the High Towers making their power move, and everyone just being okay with it. Just like, okay, we're gonna do it. Yeah, you know,
Alicent is the annoying one. She's stupid. She's arrogant. She thinks she knows like all and stuff like that. So was it?
I'm sorry. He already looked like a White Walker. He did at the end. He really did. I'm sorry. You can go back to that. Daemon is a badass, true Targaryen.
For sure.
He is unbelievable. And that's why I can't wait to this episode 10, because he and Rhaenyra are going to kill some people. They're going to fuck shit up.
They're going to That's what. See, that's the question. Who's more mad, Rhaenyra or Daemon?
The problem is they're on the same side, and that's a problem.
Whoever's more mad, they're both on the same side.
Yes, Otto needs to get killed. Otto needs to die. That's the thing.
I mean, he's been an asshole since the first episode with selling his daughter, basically. But that's another thing is like she barely realized, like, oh, you're using me. It took you 3 kids, 30 years to figure it out.
She was sitting there when she was thinking about like, how many horses do I have when Viserys was having sex with her? You know, she realized it then. She really did.
You know, the one thing I did appreciate a lot with this episode was because the ant, what's the ant's name? It's
Rhaenyra. What's it? Not Rhaenys. How I say her name? No, I say her name.
She married the Valerian.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, it's like it's close to Renaria, but I think it's Rhaenyra or something like that.
Rhaenys or something. It's Rhaenys.
Rhaenys, yeah.
Rhaenys.
Yeah. Is I like her. I think she's a badass character because one, she should have been queen. I think everyone agrees that she should have been queen, at least like all the family and stuff like that. But it's like, so Alicent was mad at Rhaenyra because Rhaenyra wanted to like do whatever she wanted to do. She goes, I don't want to be in charge. I want to go have sex and travel and have fun.
Alicent wasn't mad at Rhaenyra. She was jealous of Rhaenyra. And that's what it came down to.
Yeah.
She was just jealous that she was able to live a life and do what the hell she want and still be able to be heir. And she had to sit there.
At that time, she wasn't going to be heir. She didn't want to be heir. I think she was going to be announced heir yet still.
Yeah.
She didn't want it.
I think that happened right around the time. No, it happened before he married her. He married Alicent.
Yeah.
Before he married Alicent, Rhaenyra was already announced as the heir.
Yeah. So she's basically like, I'm stuck here and doing all this stuff. But she kind of like it flip-flops with the aunt and Alicent with Rhaenys, whatever. With her, it's like she's like telling her like now she's jealous. They're like, oh, you're in this spot to take charge and not be like stuck to these traditions. Like you could do what you want and do what's right and you be in charge or blah 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 or whatever. I don't know if it's right, but you could be in charge. But she's like, oh no, I'm still gonna like pass it on to men. So it's like it just like it's a circle of like fuckery. You know what I mean? That's all it's like you're doing what I want to do.
What it is Alicent doesn't want to admit that what she really wants is control. Just like her father.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to admit. She wants to pass off. That's why when they kill the guy in the council, and she wants to pass off the blame. She doesn't want to seem like she's the bad guy, not realizing that you are the bad guy. That's what's going on. Everything you're doing, you're becoming the bad guy.
Yeah.
And Rhaenys sees it, and she sees, I'd rather deal with Rhaenyra because I know who the fuck she is. She's going to be the same no matter what.
Yeah.
And Daemon,
that's another thing.
I'm cool with Daemon because Daemon's going to be Daemon.
Yeah.
Daemon's going to Daemon.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
But for Alicent to think that Rhaenyra is gonna like kill her family, I'm like, you know her. She's not gonna do that, man. I was like, even with Alicent like stabbing her in the back, doing all this bullshit for all these years, I don't think Rhaenyra is she's not gonna go out there and like, oh, I'm queen now. All you guys are trash. I'm gonna kill you, throw you away.
Them at all.
But she was telling Aegon that. She goes, if you don't do it, we're all gonna die. I was like, what? I was like, you're stupid.
That was just her just trying to, and Aegon just fell right into it, and he's an idiot. He's literally
he's like legit.
But see, this is what confuses me a little bit about this next episode. Aemond.
Mm-hmm.
As much as Aemond could be king and would probably be a good king because he just is a badass. He's like little Daemon, he's probably a little bit less. Doing what the hell he wants. He reads everything. He understands. He reads, understands the history of stuff. What did they do with him?
Mm-hmm.
And does Aemond get so pissed off with his mother and his brother that he possibly goes to the other side?
Good question.
Because I mean, if you really notice in episode 8, he was. I mean, as much as he's a badass, he ain't gonna step to Daemon, right? But when Daemon did what he was doing, Daemon he kind of looked at Daemon like, "Wow, you are amazing." Yeah, and it was almost like a little look of adoration, like wow.
Yeah,
it's the same look that Rhaenyra had for Daemon when she was younger. That look of just wow, he's awesome. He's like me, and that makes me think all this might not happen like next episode, but I think eventually Aemond is going to be their spy for inside the house, the Hightower house.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you think about it, him and Daemon are basically the same. You know what I mean? Like they both want the crown. They think they deserve the crown. And instead they see their brother who kind of squanders it a little bit and stuff like that. So they're very similar, and they're, but like you said, Daemon's kind of like, I do what I want, where Aemond is more like not play by the rules, but like, book smart and
kingly. It's just he's more kingly, and that's just what if he became king, I'd be like,
that makes sense.
Ain't no one's gonna take it away from him.
Yeah,
because he's a warrior. He understands how to do the principles. He doesn't run away from his responsibility. He's everything they want. And if
You got the biggest dragon, legit,
exactly
the biggest dragon.
if Alicent was smart, she would have said, Aegon, you're an asshole. You're not son of mine. I'm not letting you do any of this shit. Aemon, you are going to be the one. And that's the one we're going to back.
Yeah.
This whole story changes because if it's Aemon, I don't know if he was going to kill Aemon. But
Rhaenys, because he would play smarter. He would play the game smarter because he would understand what's at stake.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But Rhaenys pissed me off this episode too, because when she got on her dragon, she burst through the floor and everything is great. Everyone's it's great, it's great. She had a chance to end the war right then.
Yeah.
All she had to do was say the word. Her dragon would have breathed fire, killed Aegon immediately. Killed the entire Hightower family. Killed them. Done. I saved thousands of lives. She could have did it. But you know what? She looked at Alicent and she saw her as like a mother, and she knew that she lost her son. And I think that hurt stopped her from doing what she needed to do.
That's interesting. I took it as something different. Like when she looked at her, she's like, you're gonna get yours. It's just not gonna be from me. That's what I took it as. Like, oh, you're gonna have to deal with Rhaenyra and Daemon. Like that, I think that's what I took it as. But that's interesting too.
But when I saw, because it wasn't just like, because Aegon was in front, right? He was, look at me, everyone love me, love me, love me.
Yeah.
But when that happened, Rhaenys did that. Alicent stood in front of him, and she guarded her son. That's, you can say anything about Alicent, pissed off, and she's annoying as hell, but she guards her kids, and she loves her kids, and she stood in front of him saying, to kill him, you want to go through me. And I don't think it's just because he's king, it's because it's her son. And once again, we already know what happened to Rhaenys, what she thinks happened to her son, death by fire. I don't think she had the stomach to do it. I think that's what we're going to actually hear in the next episode, that she didn't have the stomach to do the same thing what happened to her son.
Yeah. Is she going to pick a side?
I think she picked a side because of her grandkids.
True.
Rhaenys picked a side because of her grandkids. That's what.
Yeah. I always forget. I forget.
Andy.
Well, we go. I click. Oh my god. Yeah, I get it. They need Moses Hightower from
Police Academy.
I forgot.
He'd be good. That would be a good addition. He'd be a Targaryen.
And then Good Looking said, I love the part in season 10 where Daemon was singing to, who's it?
Vermithor.
Vermithor to I Can't Wait to See Daemon in action.
I think
which one?
So I think not episode 10, but episode
when he was singing to Vermithor. When was he singing?
I know.
I'm trying to remember, man.
What episode is
that? But yeah, I agree though. I can't wait to see Daemon in action
because Daemon was with the dragon, right? That's Vermithor's the dragon. I can't remember what episode. I mean, Vermithor, A Song of Ice and Fire. So
yeah. He said in the last episode. In the last episode
10. That's what it said exactly. So it's going to be in next episode. So that's the trailer. If we had a trailer right now, because that's the one I forgot. I saw that trailer. That's why we said that. I was like, I know what's going on.
Episode 10. In the next upcoming episode.
It's the finale. And
yeah. I don't watch them because I learned that from Game of Thrones. I'm like, you ruined the majority of the next episode.
It did so good.
Yeah.
But you saw Daemon and how he looked. He is a badass. And you saw Rhaenyra, and she's that same bad. She's like the female version. How do you marry the female version of you? And that's what's scary about them two together. Like if they have to kill Daemon, because if Daemon's alive. If Daemon's alive, that's it.
Yeah.
I think he can win a war by himself. You don't believe me?
Oh, yeah.
Go watch episode 5 and 6.
Yeah. He's better before.
They both
here,
are badass. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree.
you want to watch this? We'll end it with this trailer.
Yes, let's do that.
We'll end it with the trailer. Oh, I don't know. Did you saw the? Yeah,
Yes,
he's
the
dragon. So I'm like, when did he sing to it? Yeah, they're both badasses. I like them. They're awesome characters. I think.
That's what I said. Like, really, I think her sons are annoying, but I think Damon's daughters are pretty epic, and I think and they seemed genuinely happy to marry Rhaenyra's sons, which is really weird because they could both be husband and wife and sister and brother
and cousins.
And cousins.
Get the trifecta in there. The trifecta of incest.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Yeah. But I think everyone knows, like, well, I guess technically they're still related because even if the father is somebody different,
it doesn't matter.
You know, they're still related through
because Rhaenyra is his niece, no matter what.
Yeah.
And then they married.
Yeah. Oh man, but yeah, one thing I didn't know how it was gonna. I love Matt Smith. I think he's good in most things. I mean, he was probably one of the better parts of the Venom movie, but it was still a horrible movie. But Matt Smith is amazing, and I wasn't sure how he was gonna be in this. I'm like, I saw the pictures with the wig, and I'm like, he's obviously the best part of the entire show.
When I think about the best scene, is still Viserys walking down, in front of everybody, and then when he trips, and the fact that Daemon grabs the crown, helps him up, grabs the crown and puts that on his head. It was, my mind was blown, honestly.
Yeah. And then finding out it's all improv, I'm like, oh, that's when great actors work together. You know what I mean?
Well, he said he was knocking everyone else, he's pushing everyone off, and then when he turned and he saw Matt Smith was the guy that was helping him. He allowed it to happen. They just did it without even talking, and they just went with it. And everyone saw it and said, "That's amazing." It was so good and so authentic, and it just gave realism to the situation so much.
Yeah, there's classic scenes like that Game of Thrones is known for, like all the Game of Thrones, the prequel and the original, that is right up there in the top contender list, because that was just such a well done scene, but yeah, best scene for real. Yeah.
Ooh, man, it gave me chills also thinking about it. Like,
did George R. Martin wind up texting the guy who plays Daenerys? I can't think of his name. It's like Patty or Caddy or something.
Yeah.
He wind up texting him. He goes, "Your Daenerys is better than mine."
That's what he said.
From George R. R. Martin. So I was like,
your Daenerys is better than mine.
Yeah. I was like, that's some praise, man. That's some good praise. Even when he was in the bedroom with him, calling him Wells calling him named Daemon. The bedroom scene.
And even at the end, his last breath, he says, "My love," and realizing he's calling for Rhaenyra's mother. Dude, that was totally ad-libbed. He just did that.
Oh,
and
really?
It was so good, and it was perfect at the time. Oh, yes. That's when he put Alice in her place. He told her about himself, and he had no fear. He's sitting down in her castle like, yeah, this was what you did. Shit, like, it's just straight up, like, looking at her, like, it's amazing.
He's a badass, man. He's a badass. Matt Smith is killing it. So, like I said, I am annoyed with certain parts of the show. I think it's more of the political part of it. It's not ruining the show for me. But I'm like, oh, why are you doing that? Well, you stupid.
No, there are parts of it that are cringe worthy because you're just sitting there like, okay, guys, come on.
Yeah. But then everyone's just taking her word for it. Well, honestly, to all the council don't give a shit. They're like, oh, he said that, cool. Like, keep saying he said that. That's what we want to. And they don't care. And she's over there believing it. Like, oh no.
I don't even know how much she believes it. I think it's just that.
I love Daemon. Yeah, Daemon's amazing. Because it's not annoying. It's not annoying no more, right?
Yeah. No, it's still no. She overall. Alicent Starr is going to be annoying to me, but I feel like the story is still good and it makes sense and it's following,
Hey, man.
you know, everything makes sense to me, and that's why I enjoy it. And it's not too many characters where I don't see the character for like 3 episodes, 4 episodes.
That's why I was really surprised we didn't get any like real Targaryen. Well, I guess they're part Targaryen, but the real Targaryens that you care about. This was all Hightower, like you said. It will grow on you. It's man. It's more like you said. It's the annoying where you're like,
No, but I agree. So if I was rating like my least favorite episode, it was probably this one. Not because I love the show. I love the show.
Minus the last, like, was it 10 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever.
The last 15 minutes was great. And them trying to sneak around the fact that the twin brothers, one's going on one side, the other one's on the other side, and that he was going to sneak her out of the castle to get her to Rhaenyra, and the fact that we know that he's going to be going to Rhaenyra now to tell her about what's going on, that is cool. And I mean, his brother is fighting Sir Criston, and he just kind of was like, man, F you. I don't believe what you're doing. I'm leaving. And those are twins.
Yeah. Well, he was like, look, this is who you want, king. Like, he sends his bastards to go fight as kids, which is super effed up.
Yeah.
It was like, ooh, man, because I'm like,
that was the most. I mean, but he's the worst person to be king.
He's gonna be worst. The Joffrey. Actually, I think hopefully maybe next week or something like that, I want to do a comparison video. So if anybody's watching, T Good Looking, come back next Monday. I mean, you come back Friday too. We talk more stuff. Because we're live Mondays and Fridays right now.
Yeah.
But next Monday, I want to compare, because there are characters that you have your Littlefinger, you have your this person, you kind of have people that are similar.
People that are similar to Jon Snow, like it's two of them together, kind of all that.
Yeah, because I'm like, who's the Joffrey of it all? And I think Aegon might.
It's Aegon. Yeah, it's gonna be Aegon.
Yeah.
The dude that was doing this stuff in front of a window and then that raped one of the handlers. That's
super. What's going to happen? Rhaenyra ex-husband, though, because he's not dead. Plus, he has a dragon.
So he left his dragon. So Laenor left his dragon.
Mm-hmm.
When he went off. Which I think that's why one of the kids are going to get the dragon. But what everyone's forgetting is that Daemon got those 3 eggs at the beginning of episode 8. And those 3 eggs are going to be more dragons, and everyone's forgetting about that.
Yeah.
So that shit's going to be real big.
Yeah.
And Laenor, I think, is not done, because I also don't believe Corlys is done.
No.
I believe Corlys will either show back up this episode 10, the finale, or at the end of the finale, to like even to add it on even more, or he'll be the beginning of the next season. But I think that's going to be a lot, and people aren't dead. If he don't have a body and he's been gone for 6 years, you don't think it's possible that he was captured and he's going to come back and everyone's going to be fucked up.
Yeah. Also, like, kind of going back to like some of the stuff with like the dragons and stuff like that. The Hightowers are like in charge right now, but it's like they're the only 2 Targaryens like left on that throne. After them, like, who's gonna teach like the actual like the stories? Because obviously that's all gonna be gone. Like, who's gonna like are like, when do you start to lose that bloodline? Like, yeah, maybe they'll have the blonde hair, but like, are they still gonna be dragon riders? Are they still? I mean, we find out eventually that it stops, and this is the story where it all stops. But I thought it was interesting. I'm like, oh, so these guys are gonna be up there. They're Targaryens, but like, are the grandkids gonna have
Targaryens? That's the thing. They're not.
Well, they are, because
Alicent is not, because Alicent isn't. Only Aegon and Aemond, and I don't even remember what the daughter's name is, because she's just like a side character.
What did she say? She goes, "Oh, there's beast, but
she has magic, but she has magic, and that's the magic that you like." I think Rhaenyra and Daemon are going to be badass, and they're going to put their on the table. And I think she's going to save the Hightower family because she has magic, and she's going to be able to get them out of the situation.
Interesting. But I mean, who's going to teach like dragon stuff like that?
She said, "I hate Clubfoot, but he is so weird, and he keeps on burning people alive. Like, come on." Stop
But that's
letting
another-
him burn people alive.
That's
crazy.
another thing with Allison is like she's like, I'm better than you because I do things right. I'm a good guy. And meanwhile, she's like, here's my foot, go kill that bastard. You know, it's
she's
like,
doing all the time. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
just he's here. You like the foot? All right, I'm gonna turn away and not look at it. Whatever.
That
That was
was-
so
yeah.
weird.
like if I don't see it, I don't know. Yeah, it was very weird. And yeah, Clubfoot.
Smith is in a bunch of subpar films. Morbius is the most recent example, but does
Morbius.
anyone remember the cinematic masterpiece Terminator Genesis?
Was he in that? I didn't
Sorry.
watch that, obviously. Also, there was which Targaryen or which Game of Thrones was that? Khaleesi or Cersei was in Genesis. I forgot which one's which.
Cersei is in Genesis.
They're both in it. They're both in the Terminator franchise. Just so you know.
We gotta stay
but-
with HBO.
yeah. Morbius was, but I mean, Matt Smith is Doctor Who. So.
I mean, it was Doctor Who just wins, right?
Yeah,
Just-
that's automatic.
It doesn't matter.
Automatic.
He's Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Hightower was only for the power, though,
Yeah,
and that's what Otto is. Otto is all for power, and Allison is his daughter, no matter what. He said Matt Smith is the T-5000.
is he? I don't know. I didn't see that movie. I gave up on that franchise a while ago. But yeah, I mean that's the difference. Like when people go for just power, then you lose the real reason why the Targaryens were in charge. You were like, hey, we need to be in charge because we need to save you from the zombies that are coming. We don't know when, but
it's
Yeah.
going to happen, guys. It's going to happen.
Yeah. All right, but yeah, let's finish this one out with the trailer for episode 10.
Let's go.
And then we'll move on to some other stuff.
The Greens are coming for you, Rhaenyra,
Greens.
and for your children.
You cannot bend the knee to the High Towers. They stole your birthright.
Every man standing round the painted table urges her to plunge the realm into war.
Lay siege to the Red Keep. Send us.
Let's go.
I swear to ward the Queen.
Your cause owns a power that has not been seen since the days of old Valyria.
Oh, that's so good.
Okay. This one's gonna be violent, huh? This one's gonna have a lot of
Matt
action.
Smith's going to kill at least 50 people, man. I'm telling you.
The
So chop
dragon's
people's
gonna-
head straight in half. It's going to happen.
it is giving us the stuff that we've asked for from Game of Thrones. We want more dragons.
It's
Yeah.
going to give you
They're like,
everything.
Here's
Yeah,
a shit ton of dragons. So
that's exactly what it's going to
Yeah.
be.
yeah, I hope we get to see the North though. I do too.
I don't
do
think
too.
it's going to be
I-
season 2.
Yeah, it's not going to be this episode, but I think eventually we have. Also, this is the first episode they actually brought up the wall.
Yeah.
I don't remember anybody talking about the wall before this episode. I could be wrong, but that's the first time I
I
noticed.
feel like
'cause I've been
Viserys,
waiting.
Viserys said something about it.
Yeah,
but
I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know.
No.
I mean, it's hard when you're trying to remember what happened 8 weeks ago.
for every episode. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, they did mention the wall. I was like, oh, so it's there. Yeah, he's great in shows and he carries a bunch of bad films. He does. Him dancing.
It's okay,
weird
though.
in
It's not
certain
his fault.
years.
It's not his
Yeah.
fault.
It said because the king talks so much about the North and White Walkers. Yeah, Hightower and Allison know nothing about. Yeah. That's the issue.
They can't rule this place because they don't know anything. They don't even know the song.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, they don't even know the
Fire-
dagger. He's got the dagger.
And
I mean-
she's giving it away and has no idea it's a dagger of fire and ice. You don't know what the fuck you doing.
Yeah, there's like a
There's
whole
nothing-
story in the dagger.
Oh,
So-
it's so frustrating.
I don't know though. It's Pride and Prejudice and Zombies good. Wait,
Uh,
what?
Yeah, Pride
of
and
course
Prejudice
that's
and
good.
Zombies.
Yeah, that's good. I thought you were like comparing this to that. I was like, oh, no, that's good. I think Pride and Prejudice is Matt Smith in that too. Holy shit, man! Because Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies is awesome. I do love that movie. I mean, I know a lot of people don't like it, but
You were a reader, and or his significant other is a librarian, so he probably read the book of Pride and Prejudice, and so Pride and Prejudice and Zombies is right up his alley.
Pride and Prejudice is probably one of her favorite movies. She puts it on often. So,
How? It takes 4 years to watch. I don't understand.
I just don't like it. I don't. It's not that I don't like Keira Knightley. She's very noticeable, like with her speech. Like I can't mimic it.
It's very annoying. Yeah, that's annoying.
It's annoying.
It's annoying. It's annoying.
Yeah. You haven't seen it? I would recommend seeing it. It's pretty good. It's fun. It's stupid. It's fun though. But yeah. I mean, it's Pride and Prejudice and zombies. I mean, the title kind of gives it away. Yes, Allison,
even gives away the knife. Exactly. And I was so, honestly, I just before we end this, I just got to say, I honestly was hoping the entire time that Damon Rhaenyra going to bust through the wall like the Kool-Aid Man and just like, oh hell no.
Yeah. Not up in here.
And eat Aegon.
Yeah. All right. But yeah, let's move on to another show we're gonna talk about in a minute. So if you're watching live, stick around. If you're watching a replay, thank you for checking us out. It was a little bit longer one. I think we had a lot of fun talking about it. I'm annoyed, but I'm happy annoyed. I don't know if that makes sense. But next week is the last episode for the season. So super excited. Leave a comment if you're watching a replay. Let us know.
Please like and subscribe this video, guys. Please subscribe. We're trying to get to 500, so everyone helps, and we appreciate everyone. And just as we go, I think we're going to get some White Walkers at the end too. I think episode 10, we're going to get White Walkers.
Oh, not this episode.
I think
we'll get White Walkers at the end of the series, not the season.
You don't think
season 4? That's when we'll see it for the first time. That they're not going to play that card. I think they want to stay away from Game of Thrones.
You can't. It's just like staying away from Star Wars. Still Star Wars.
That's true.